Hi, it's Phil from Inclusive Music, teaching the world how to make music with BandLab. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to record vocals, add effects, to create your own unique sound in BandLab. Coming at ya! For this video, I'm using the Pseudo-Tac USB condenser microphone, which is great for podcasts and recording vocals. So I've set up a simple 4-bar track in BandLab. So what I'm going to do is add a vocal track. Go up here to add track, choose voice mic, and up comes a new track. If I click on the microphone, I can now see the input here and the signal already coming in here. The monitor is going up and down as it is here. Very simply, if it's in the green, that's fine. If I shout a little bit louder, it goes in the red, and that's to be avoided. So you can either stand back from the microphone or turn it down. So for this demonstration, I'm going to record a simple vocal by clicking on the record button up here. I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. Now rewind and play it. I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. Okay, now I wouldn't ever class myself as a singer, as you can probably hear, but there are ways to improve any vocal take that you make. First of all, let's solo this track and have a listen. I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. So if I come down here, I can see the effects tab. If I click on that, and the presets at the moment are none, so there are no effects on the vocal track. And there's a huge choice here which can really change the way the vocal sounds. So let me give you an example of something that's really dramatic. So I'm going to go for the vocal octaver, and up come a group of effects: a dual octaver, a valve screamer, dimension B, EQ 3M, and a BL 1176 compressor. Let's have a listen though, because this has got a lot of effects. I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. Well, as you can see, that's an extreme effect, and in this case, not one I want to use. Let's have a psych vox. We're just experimenting. What does this sound like? I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. Okay, some interesting effects there. We've got some phase and some chorus, giving it that sort of slightly robotic feel. Let's try another one. Echo doubler. I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. I quite like that. Let's try it in the track. So I'm going to take the solo off, and I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. It is a bit loud at the moment, so maybe I'll take the compressor down. Let's take the output of the compressor down. And once again, it's just a matter of playing it, experimenting, changing it, playing it. I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. I don't know. So not only can we enhance a vocal or any actual instrument that we're using, the drums, the bass, we can really make it change. So we can get really creative with effects that we use. And you can literally spend hours experimenting and really honing your sound to make it sound original. I notice here, for example, there is a preset called Beatle Slapback, and I instantly recognized it. I'll apply that effect as something John Lennon used on a lot of his recordings, notably Imagine. I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. What I really like is the hi-fi scoop. So I'm going to click on that, and up comes a spacemaker, a digi compressor, and an EQ. I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. I quite like the sound of that, but what's missing is a gate. And a gate will allow me to reduce the sound of the backing track. So within this preset, Hi-Fi Scoop, there is no gate, but it's very simple to add one. So if I go to Add Effect, again, there's a huge choice now. Amps and cabs. You perhaps use that on guitars, delay, distortion. And not just distortion, you know, you've got various different distortions. So as I said, you can have incredible fun exploring this and changing not only vocals, but drum beats, bass lines, guitar, whatever you've got recorded or a loop that you've taken off one of the packs. You can really make it your own, really get original. So there's, in the dynamics section, I can see the noise gate. So let's add that. I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. So that has reduced some of the backing track, but we can do better. So I'm going to turn the threshold slightly higher and try again. I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. And that's pretty perfect. We can still hear the backing track, especially in this area where my vocal gets quieter and the backing track remains a little bit loud. But when I take the solo off, the backing track's in there anyway. I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. And we can keep adding effects and experimenting. Let's try modulation. This will sound very strange, but why not? Auto wah. I don't know, but I've been told you ain't there no more. So I encourage you to really get creative, really get experimental. You never know what you might discover. And of course with BandLab, if you save your track, whatever you've added, and it's now a custom preset, is saved with your track. So don't forget to name your track. I've called it Vocal Pseudo Tack, which reminds me I'm using the Pseudo Tack microphone. And save means it's safe. And this particular selection of effects will be saved for good. And of course, then you can use it on another track or another sound, and it can become your custom sound, your signature sound. And it's really important to try and create originality and a sound that you like and that reflects who you are and distinguishes you from the crowd. Let's take that idea of adding an effect to an instrument. So here's my beat. So that's very plain and simple and quite quiet. And we can instantly tell a quiet sound by the waveform, which is smaller. So the vocal is bigger and so is the bass. And so the higher the waveform goes to the ceiling and to, let's say, the floor, the louder it is. So this is a quiet one, the melody, and I've already added an effects here, high and bright, which boosts the signal. So here's the drums. And let's start adding an effect. So let's try slow phase. And I've got no idea what this will sound like, but that's part of the fun. Instantly it's louder because we've got a compressor there. It's got a bit of reverb on it, and reverb is a sort of echo in a room. Let's experiment by making it into a large hall. Let's turn up the effect. Okay, that sounds interesting. Let's put it into the track. You ain't there no more. I don't know, but I've been told. So let's have a look at the Do You Know melody. This has an effect on already, as you can see, and I've used the high and bright. So let's just take that off. And there's none. Let's have a listen to that. Solo it. Really quiet. So I'll go down to the presets. How about a dub verb? It's got a digital delay, spring reverb, and a digi compressor. Still a little bit weak. Take one. No idea what that is. Gain, that's the volume, so that could help. Multi-effects, filter, space maker, reverb. Let's have a listen. I'm going to take the gain out, which is the volume. Lovely. Okay, now what I'm going to add is something like a delay, which is an echo. Let's try this one. Let's put it in context, take the solo off. No, for me that's too long and it muddies the track. I've lost the melody and the tune, so that's not what I wanted. Delay, let's try the filter echo, see what that sounds like. Let's solo it first. It's a much smaller delay, which allows it to be more distinct. Let's take the solo off. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm going to save it. Always save your work every 5 minutes or so, every time you remember, really. And now I want to hear the guitar, because as you add effects onto each track, it's likely that there's the tracks that are still as they were are going to sound a little quieter or a little bit lost. Lovely, but I think I want it just to come up a little bit, so I clicked on that track, down to the effects. How about a warm plate? So I hope this has been a useful tutorial, and if you consider it has added value, please consider subscribing and clicking on the bell so that you get notifications of when my next video appears. Until the next time, keep making music. Bye for now.